Good morning dears. Now we are discussing our fourth chapter in science, that is sorting materials into groups, isn't it? So far we have studied about different objects and how the classification of objects can be done. What are the importance of classifying different things and also about the materials, isn't it? So today we are going to discuss the rest of the portions. So we use metals to prepare different household materials like utensils and all, isn't it? Shall we use papers to make utensils and all? No, it will not be used to make utensils for cooking. Why? Yes, papers will catch the fires easily, so that it could not be used for cooking purpose. That's why the utensils are prepared by metals. So metals are materials which can be used for cooking and all other purposes. So we select different materials for making different objects in accordance with their properties, isn't it? So properties of material is something very much important for making different objects. In accordance with their properties, we make different objects and we use that things for different areas, isn't it? So we are now discussing the properties of different materials. First one we are going to discuss is appearance. Appearance. How it looks like. Appearance. Appearance is one of the most important property of a material. Each material will be different from each other. For example, in the case of wood, wood is different from sand and it also different from plastic, and plastic is different from aluminium and so on. So each material will be different from each other. So shall we look into an activity how we can observe this property, that is appearance of different materials. Okay, shall we move into that? Yes. So it is in your textbook, that is to separate shiny materials from a group of materials. Okay, so the things that we need for this activity are a piece of wood and copper wire, an iron rod, paper, plastic, an aluminium rod and sandpaper. These are the materials which are required for conducting this activity. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the appearance of these different materials. So the method of carrying out this activity is rub the surface of each material with sandpaper. By using a sandpaper, rub the surface of these materials that we have provided here. So observe whether each material is shining or not, and separate the shining materials with the non-shining material. This is the activity that you have to carry out. So we can observe that different materials like copper wire, then iron rod and aluminium rod will be shining. Okay, and the rest of the others will not be shine. So that's the property, that's the appearance that we can observe through this activity. And why some substance will shine? The special kind of shine that will present on different materials like iron rod, then aluminium rod is known as luster. Luster. It is the shining present, special kind of shining present on the surface of materials when it is freshly cut. Okay, so that means that is the luster. So the materials that have the shine is called as lustrous material. Lustrous material. So the iron rod, aluminum rod, copper wire will be having this lustrous appearance. So the examples are iron rod, then aluminum rod, and copper wire, etc. These are the examples for lustrous material, and those materials which will not be having luster on their surface or shining in their surface is called as non-lustrous material. Non-lustrous material. And the examples are paper, wood, cotton, plastics, etc. Paper, wood, cotton, plastics. These are the examples for this non-lustrous materials. So what is a lustrous material? The materials that have shining on their surface is called as lustrous material, and non-lustrous materials are the materials which will not be having a shine on their surface. Okay, and the examples are also given. And here also we can see that usually the metals are lustrous. Okay, so due to the lustrous property of metals, gold, aluminium, silver, gold and silver can be used as jewelries, isn't it? We can use gold and silver as jewelries due to their lustrous property. But after some time, due to the activity of air and moisture, the lustrous nature of materials will be get dim, or the materials will lose its shine after having contact with the moisture and the air. So we can conclude that the luster can be present on metals only when they are freshly cut. Okay, so the lustrous nature will be found only the metals only during the freshly cut situation. So are you clear? That is luster and the shining property of materials or the appearance of material. Okay, then you have an activity in your textbook, that is multiple choice question. There are 2 questions given, so you have to do it in your notebook. First question is grouping different objects on the basis of their similarities and dissimilarities is called dash. So you have given 4 choices here, so you have to select the correct answer. And the second one is jewellery made of dash. There is also given 4 examples, so you have to select the correct one. Okay, then we moving on to the next property of material, that is texture. The second property, texture. So what is texture? When we touch some materials, we can find a rough, or we can find the surface will be either rough or smooth. So according to the texture, the materials are classified into rough materials and smooth materials. So in the case of rough material, we can felt a rough nature, that is, in the case of a rough material, we can felt a bumps and ridges on the surface of these rough materials when we can touch that. So there is bumps and ridges on their surface. So it will be rough in nature when we touch that. So the example for rough materials are bark of trees, wood, trees, etc. So that are the rough materials which have bumps and ridges on their surface when we touch them. So the examples are wood, bark of trees. And then the smooth materials will not be having the bumps and ridges. The surface will be plain and smooth to touch. The example for smooth materials are glass, then flower petals, etc. So these are all about texture. When we touch the material, we can see the surface either may be rough or may be smooth. Rough surface will be having bumps and ridges on their surface, and smooth materials will not be having bumps and ridges on their surface. They are plain in nature and smooth to touch. So the examples are also given. Is it clear? So then the next property is that hardness. The third property. In order to find out or understand about hardness, take a piece of sponge and take another piece of iron rod in your hand and just try to compress it. Okay, so what we can observe? We can observe the sponge will compress easily and the iron rod will not be compressed. Why? Because the sponge is smooth in or soft in nature and iron rod is not soft. It is tough in nature. So the materials that can be compressed easy is called as soft materials. According to hardness, there are soft materials and the materials that will not be compressed easily is called as hard materials. So based on the hardness, the materials can be classified into two: soft materials and hard materials. The materials that can be compressed easily is called as soft materials. The examples are foam, melted wax, etc. Sponge, etc. Foam, sponge, melted wax, etc. And the hard materials are difficult to compress. The examples are the metals like iron, copper, aluminium, etc. Iron, copper, aluminium, etc. Almost all metals are hard in nature. Okay, that's all about the hardness. Now we can see some hard materials and also soft materials. So let's have a look.
This figure shows the example for soft material, that is foam and sponge. It can be compressed very easily. And this picture shows some example for hard objects like iron nails and an aluminium can.
And did you know about diamonds? Diamonds are the most hardest natural substance. So it can be used for cutting glass and also grinding rocks. So this is an extra information for you, that is diamond is the hardest natural material and it can be so because of this property it can be used for cutting glass and also grinding rocks. Okay. So are you clear about this topic? Now we are discussed about properties of material. We have discussed three properties: appearance, texture and hardness, and there are many other properties that we will discuss in our next class. Okay, thank you.